Because 90% of the Muslims f***ing hate us. If you hate America so f***ing bad, man, get the f*** out of here.
These people are nothing but liars and bigots.
A number of Utahns are showing support to their Muslim neighbors, including this afternoon during Friday prayers.
This is just coming together in support of our Muslim neighbors.
It just feels so heartening to know that America is still great.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. As we know that Muslims living in the West, and particularly in the United States, are facing tremendous challenge. Islamophobia and sentiment of anti-Muslims is on the rise. So Muslims are required not to be passive, but to take a step forward to face the challenges. The hate in this country against Muslims and Islam is an historic, but particularly after the election of the current administration, the hate towards Muslims are becoming tremendous and mounted. Therefore, it is our responsibility to take every possible way, every possible opportunity to face it. Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, around 4 or 5 years back, I was able to establish my foundation called Nusantara Foundation. Nusantara Foundation is a full non-profit 501c organization registered here in New York City. And since establishment, Alhamdulillah, we have taken a lot of initiatives, outreach programs, presentation of Islam in different universities in America. Nusantara Foundation have taken initiative at the United Nations, sponsoring or co-sponsoring different seminars and conferences on Islam and peace. Nusantara Foundation also has some social services such as midnight run, serving homeless in the city of New York. But recently, the most important step that Nusantara has undertaken is a special program called Global Leadership Program. Global Leadership Program is designed for our youngs so that they can have a global mindset that the world we are living at the moment is different from the world we lived 10 years ago. They have to open their horizon, they have to open their minds, they have to broaden the way they see things in front of them. Therefore, Global Leadership is an important program or initiative that have been undertaken by Nusantara Foundation. But more importantly, recently, Nusantara Foundation have taken an important step and courageous initiative, and that is to establish the first Islamic boarding in the United States of America. Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we were able to purchase a property in the city of Moodus, Connecticut. The property is around 13.3 acres land with some buildings in it. That property was owned by an Islamic institution called Darul Ulum, but more previously it was owned by a private school for special needs. But Alhamdulillah, now it is completely owned by Nusantara Foundation. Alhamdulillah, since the beginning of 2018, we began the process of renovations, cleaning the area, renovating some buildings. 4 of the buildings are almost completely renovated at the moment. And Alhamdulillah, the locations is now ready to be used. The purpose of this location, once again, is certainly to establish an Islamic boarding school. But although we are not at that point, we don't begin the process of building an Islamic boarding school. The location had been utilized for several programs. In last Ramadan, for example, 2018, we organized our first iftar for our neighbors. Hundreds of our neighbors came together to enjoy some halal food. and they are becoming so friendly to us. And I think this is the beginning of the journey for us to be in the area. We also utilize the location for several other activities, for youth programs, youth camps. We are going to organize several family camps, but also, more importantly, recently, the location had been used for our program called Global Leadership Program. In the property also we have some other facilities. We have some sport facilities, for example. We have basketball field, we have volleyball field, we have soccer field, but also we are going to have our swimming pool ready for our youth and our community to use, inshallah. So truly the area is available for our community to come and enjoy. At the same time, I have also to inform you that the location is surrounded by beautiful areas. There are Connecticut River, there is a castle there is a waterfall where you can go and enjoy your weekend with your family, inshallah ta'ala. Inshallah, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are going to continue to utilize it for some other activities. We did our Jum'ah prayer in the location as well. But as I mentioned, and it is our dream, that inshallah ta'ala we are going to establish the Islamic boarding school. This is a huge dream, it's a big dream. But inshallah, by the will of Allah, by the power of Allah, by the permission of Allah, and by your participation, we are going to be able to do it. We are going to build a mosque, we are going to build school facilities, we are going to build dorms, inshallah ta'ala, we are going to build public kitchen, we are going to build seminars, halls and libraries and others. This is a very huge initiative. But inshallah, everything is began by a dream. And my dream is to realize the establishment of the first Islamic boarding school in the United States of America. So with that, my brothers and sisters, after asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help, I do ask your help. I do ask your participation. Become a part of it. This is not for us. This is not for me. This is not for Nusantara Foundation. This is for Islam, and this is for our future generation in this country particularly. As I began mentioning about the rise of Islamophobia in the United States, the best way to handle it, the best way to face it, is by action. And I think one of the most paramount important action is by establishing the first Islamic boarding school in the United States of America. Speeches have been given in different places. Lectures have been delivered in different places. It is a time for us now to act and to show our neighbors that Islam has come to the United States of America as a contribution. And I think, inshallah, by the will of Allah, this school called Islamic Boarding School will be the first of its type here in the United States in America. And I'm very optimistic and hopeful that this will be happening within 2-3 years or 4 years, inshallah, by your help, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So again, I thank you for your participation. I thank you also for your donation and a generous contribution towards the establishment of this Islamic boarding school in the United States of America. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.